There's been a lot of talk after the 49ers' big win over the Packers about the 49ers' big power run game. I think Jimmy Johnson even commented that, this offensive line right here, this offensive line is a big, powerful line, the big, powerful running back. None of this could be further from the truth, actually. This offensive line is, at best, an average size offensive line, maybe even on the small side these days. Mostert is the running back, and he is actually on the smaller size as well. This is not the Tennessee Titans' big, powerful offensive line or a big power running back. The way that San Francisco was able to run over Green Bay was a couple of things, but number one, it started with all of Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan's brilliant misdirection. He had the Green Bay defense constantly guessing, and he also opened up the space because without Green Bay knowing where the ball was headed or what was being run, what was being faked, who had the ball, they never knew really who had the ball half the time. And they were all like stuck, hesitant, and giving up large amounts of space. And that's what created the power eventually, as you see my arrow. It starts to spread everything out, and then you have the easy power. The other thing that happened is they basically deflated, energy-wise. They got punched in the mouth and sort of went away after that. It's a young team, a new team, new coaches. A lot of that had to do with it was kind of coming, a letdown. And San Francisco's on fire. It was at home. The crowd was going crazy. So all this played into it. But, it's not like San Francisco can come out with a huge offensive line, a huge running back, and just power these guys. So here's the second drive of their second drive of the game. Their first drive, they did nothing. Green Bay was very aggressive and stopped them. Green Bay's still playing pretty aggressive here, but check this out as we go into the misdirection that I'm talking about. So you're faking a stretch run play right. This is called a stretch play. You're sort of stretching the field to the right in both the blocking scheme, it's a zone blocking scheme, and the running back. And this is good for an agile offensive line and a fast running back. He gets out there. Whoops, that's not what it is. A great fake by Garofalo, great motion by the receiver Samuel, wide open to the left. Look at this. Green Bay's defense is all over there, following the running back. Because their head coach, LaFleur, after the game said, we were ready to stop the running game. That's the irony of this whole thing. Green Bay was fired up to stop the running, which actually hurt them. Their over-aggression early on the run opened up this kind of stuff. Look at this. Great little, see that? Samuel had the defensive back in space. With a lot of open space, he was able to get past him and make a big gain. Okay? So now we come to 2nd and 5 on the next series of downs. And now Green Bay was pretty aggressive, was really aggressive the first drive and in that first play and then even the next play. But then they backed off some, went more conservative. See, this is more of a zone now. They're going to go back to that. So what's Shanahan do? Let's spread the whole field out with 5 receiver, put the running back out as a receiver. And now we have, look at the space. This is called levels by, this is a West Coast offense idea. It's many stuff, actually. But anyway, it's called levels. You've got guys under here. You got a guy back here. It's great for a passive zone. See, this guy's too deep. These guys are too short. They were worried more about the, I don't know what, but it works. It was conservative defense, and Shanahan took advantage of it. Hit the guy underneath, and then he just running this guy over, that is part of that energy thing. That's another thing about it. But Green Bay was on the precipice of letting down. It happened. It was shocking to me and a lot of people, but it happened. So this is just energy where you're just so fired up and you're just running this guy over. But anyway, the scheme was there. It's all about the schemes of Shanahan. Now we come here. Look at this. Now from that, the next series of downs, 3rd and 8. So this is a passing down, right? Look, you have 3 receivers bunched over here, receiver over here, 1 running back. Green Bay's ready for an aggressive mixed blitz, maybe a zone blitz. Who's going to rush here? The arrows. See this? I don't know who's going to rush. This guy going to rush? This guy? Who's dropping out? Could be any. Are these guys going to blitz? We don't know. But that's the aggressive mix by Green Bay. What's San Francisco do? Well, they're going to pass, right? So they're going to have to fend off this blitz, get some guys open real quick here. Watch this. Run. And look at the fake carried out by Garofalo, which he's taught this by Shanahan and the staff to do this, and he executes it expertly. Watch. Look at that. I'm going back to pass. This guy's actually following him. Doesn't even know. These guys are completely out of position. Mostart, this is not a guy who's up like 250 pounds. He's barely 200, honestly. It's just all the misdirection and the fooling of the defense. This guy's covering a guy over here. This guy's still not sure what's going on. These guys aren't sure what's going on. This guy late is finding out. But look at this. The big offensive tackle, Staley. Good guy, good tackle. Not that he's that big. He's more of an agile, but also pretty big. This guy is big, Tomlinson, this lineman. But a couple of these other guys are smaller, like this guy. But look, we're getting you all confused on defense with the scheme, so it's making it easier for these guys. I mean, how much easier can it be with a confused defender here, and this tackle's about to crush him? I'm talking about making a player's job easy. And what does Mostert have to do? Does he have to run people over? Does he have to fake anyone out? No, he has to get straight up the field as fast as possible. He was a former sprinter in high school and college. So, whoop, up the field. Look at this guy. He's covering this guy. He has no clue what's going on. Look at this safety back here. What is going on? This happened all game long. And then eventually, Green Bay just went away and were totally deflated and just got powered over. That's how the power game happened. Not from big linemen or big running back. This is power spread stuff. This is like incredible misdirection, playing with your personnel, your space, your time, the whole thing. And here we go. Boom. Up the gut. Now Green Bay knows what's going on, but it's too late. Look at this guy. He's still covering the receiver. Nice fake there by Kittle, the tight end. Look, I'm open. So this guy's got him, right? What about this guy? If this guy knew what was going on, he might have had a shot here. Well, not like this. Look at that. So this guy's still covering the receiver. You got to understand, I mean, for everybody out there who's seeing this, this is what the power of a scheme, and especially a power spread type of scheme, where you're manipulating space, time, and team. This is the power of it. Aggressive, flexible variety, or just even aggressive variety. With all the variety, these guys have this happened all game. Who's running? Who has it? Where are they going? Is it a run? Is it a pass? We don't know what the heck's going on. And finally, like, you know what? We give up. We want to go home. I mean, that's unusual. That shocked me, but that's sometimes the power spread just destroys your energy. It destroys the other team's energy and totally lifts the energy of your team. And when you're at home on a playoff game, a young team, fans that are excited, Shanahan has built a culture. Now, again, he's rebuilt it. Not just Shanahan, Lynch, the general manager, their owner. They've rebuilt a culture, the team, the fans. Everybody's so excited. Here they are at home, fired up. This is why Green Bay just sort of, I don't want to say gave up. That's not right to say that, but they did go home. And I guess you call that giving up. But they were so deflated after this drive, another drive, and then before you knew it was 17-0. Aaron Rodgers was deflated. He was playing badly. See? You do this enough times where these guys don't know what is going on, and now the crowd's fired up and the team's fired up like that. It's easy to say, why did Green Bay deflate? When you're not on the field dealing with this. They had to be on the field dealing with this. They deflated. San Fran ran away with it, shocked us all.